I often like to create a preset for flying a clip into frame or flying it out of frame. In essence, it's a transition, but it is created with an effect. So in this case, I want the image to come from off screen and land full screen. So what I'm going to do is actually put my keyframes in while it's already full screen, and then I'll go back to the beginning of the clip and position it off screen exactly where I want it to come in from. So once again, I'll take the clip, I'll select it, I'll make sure that I'm in my effects control panel, and I'm going to open up the motion tab, and I'm going to lock in the position and the scale. I'm not a big fan of rotating things in, but I'm going to do something else that's a little bit clever. I'm going to also keyframe the opacity. So by the time it lands, I want it to be 100% opaque. So let me go ahead and select that. Now I have 3 sets of keyframes, and if I modify the position of the clip, it's going to animate in exactly how I want. So I'm going to step back a little bit, and just so I can see outside the frame, I'm going to change it from fit to say 25%. Now this will vary depending on the resolution of your monitor and the size of your image, but just make a selection where you can actually see beyond the canvas of your program monitor. Once I've done this, I can go ahead and double click on the clip so I can select it. I'm going to fly it in from lower left, and I'm going to scale it up. And I'll position it just right about here. And in addition to that positioning, I'm going to also go to the opacity slider and bring it down so it's completely transparent. If I go ahead and play this back, you'll see that the clip flies in and goes from being completely transparent to completely opaque. It pretty much does what I want it to do, but I think it needs to be fully opaque a lot earlier, so I'm going to simply grab that, move that over to the left, and it will fade in a lot nicer. Perfect. Now I'll simply select the elements I want to save. Once again, right-click and save it as a preset. To create flying out, I just do the reverse of what I've already done. I'm going to select the clip, position it a little further down, because when you cut to a clip, you don't want it to start moving immediately, and you want to be able to grab the actual keyframes if you need to adjust them. So I generally start in the middle of the clip that I'm going to create, select it, and once again, lock things into position. I'm going to do position, I'm going to do scale, and I'm not going to deal with opacity, so it's locked into position exactly where I want it. Now I'll move the playhead further down the clip. With this selected, I can double click, scale it down to the size I want. In this case, it's going to go down to absolute 0. You can see that over here in scale. And I want it just to fly directly off the bottom of the screen. And instead of trying to drag it to make it straight, I'm going to go back over to my position. And remember, this allows me to go vertically, so I'm going to go all the way off screen, and I'm ready to watch it to see if it does what I want. At this point, the move should start. It shrinks down and completely disappears off screen. And what's really nice is that I can change the timing when I place it on the next clip. Once again, I would save this as a preset. So as you see, creating templates for flying things in and out of frame are fairly easy, and I actually have quite a variety of them located in my presets folder.